Hello everyone and welcome to Flickering Myth. My name is EJ Marino and today we are diving into a new movie review. I'm going to be diving into the Netflix zombie movie from Zack Snyder, Army of the Dead. This movie has a lot going for it. It is over 2 hours of zombie action mayhem, and I want to be able to dive into as much as I can. So for this review, we're going to be breaking it up into sections. We have my overall thoughts. We're talking about the characters, and I have some feelings on the zombie perfection in this movie. I just overall was really blown away by this movie. I am a admitted Zack Snyder fan. I've liked a lot of his films, but I'm not always like a fan of straight up action movies. If I'm gonna go to like the Alien franchise, I like Alien way more than I like Aliens. So I was worried this was going to be more of a that scenario. And it's an action movie, but the way Zack Snyder constructs this film, it's so much. It is loud, rambunctious, over the top, politically incorrect, and so damn fun. Army of the Dead is a great concept. We have a zombie outbreak that hits Las Vegas. We have some military men, transferring something from Area 51. When that leaks and it spreads all over Vegas, Vegas falls and we have to quarantine it off from the rest of the states. We're like, no. We're not dealing with Vegas's, what stays in Vegas is going to stay in there. Please. So yes, we have them now having Vegas quarantine off, but a rich millionaire, maybe possibly a billionaire, wants some money that's in one of the casinos in Vegas. So he sends a group of mercenaries to go get his money, and they have to fight some zombies on the way. There is a lot more to it, but this is overall the very basic plot that sucked me in, and they just dive into more. There's twists, there's turns, there's a lot of story here. There's a lot of great character work as well. So many of these characters I felt for, I understood, and I absolutely love it. But overall, I really think the concept of this, the way the zombies are presented, the mythos of the zombies, the little bit of a backstory we get for them, I really think this is a high concept that has a lot to offer. There's already an anime series coming and a prequel movie based on Army of the Dead. So this is just showing that Netflix sees the potential in Army of the Dead. They see the potential in Zack Snyder and they're going to use it to their advantage. Speaking of the man of the hour, this is my second Zack Snyder movie of the year and it's back to back awesome films. From Zack Snyder's Justice League to Army of the Dead, the filmmaker is having quite the year, but what I liked here is he got to stretch his wings a little bit more, living within the capacity of Warner Brothers and DC. We all know he had issues, we all know his creative vision wasn't allowed to be there, but also in general, working on superhero movies doesn't really allow him to play like he does here. This is a pretty aggressive, a pretty weird, and a pretty kind of out there film, and Zack Snyder really gets to play with that. I'm really happy to see him get to enjoy himself as a filmmaker like this. He's doing some pretty shock art stuff, he's doing some pretty funny things, and some pretty dramatic moments. The ending of this movie is like a gut punch. There's multiple endings to this because it's a Zack Snyder film, but yeah, the main ending of the film just punches you and you're like, oh my god, that's so much feels and emotion, and I was just laughing and having a good time, and now I'm here. This movie takes you through everything, and that's what I like about Snyder. He used to get that dark, grim thing, and I'm like, have you ever seen a Snyder movie? This man is campy. This man is weird and over the top, and this movie is all of that. Besides the directing and the world building, I will say the characters are what makes this movie shine. This is one of my favorite ensemble pieces in quite some time, at least in the action, superhero, this kind of film. To see an ensemble like this be as good as they are is so refreshing. Everyone plays their part. Everyone plays together. There's moments where the team breaks off with each other and then they're with all of them together. It's amazing. I love the structure of these characters. I love these characters themselves. This is also a super diverse cast, but I don't think it's forcing it or trying to be diverse for diverse sake. They're really like kind of capturing this overall vibe of like, yeah, sure, there's a bunch of diverse people here that would come together for a situation like this. It's not going to just be 5 white dudes, 1 black dude, and like a girl that's just like, what am I doing? This team has layers and multiple type of people, and I love that. We have multiple badass women. We have some women who aren't just straight up badasses, who are just trying to survive in the scenario. We have the gruff men. We have men who aren't as skilled, and everyone's here and playing their part, and that's what I love. I loved seeing a diverse cast actually be diverse. Not all have the same voice, not all have the same personality, and still get to enjoy and fit in together. I love to see an ensemble thing. I think Zack Snyder can cast a film better than so many people around him. To dive into my favorite characters would be pretty hard because almost everyone is a favorite character. I mean, even people like Garret Dillahunt, that I'm not really normally a fan of, does a good job. Dave Bautista is an amazing lead actor. I also love the actress who plays his daughter in the film. I think her name is Ella. She's really, really cool. I love Notaro, Omari, Hardwick, Raúl Castillo. Everyone does the damn thing. There is just a lot of characters, and they all play their fun roles. I will say Bautista really does stand out as the centerpiece of this film. He is the emotional heart as much as he is the fun, badass brute of this. He has the layers. He has so much. And I will say, like I mentioned her briefly, but Notaro came in and filmed her scenes kind of by herself because they replaced another actor who was in the film, but we're not talking about him. This is not his moment. So they replaced him with the amazing Notaro, and she does really well. She blends in the way she has to act with eye lines that aren't at her eye line, the way she's in scenes, but she's not there because she was put in there in post-production. Applause to the director, applause to the editors, and applause to Tig for really perfecting that. Overall, I think this is really, really cool. There's some really cool players here, and I think that's what I really want to encourage people is there is going to be someone for everyone. If you may not like this character, there's going to be another character. If you want to see the fun, like, Matthias character, who is great, he is... Oh my god, Dieter, I think his name is. Dieter is just so cool. He is the safe cracker, probably my favorite character, and I can understand why he's getting a spin-off. There's a moment where he is trying to get to the safe and it's booby-trapped, and the way he acts and how confident he is and the way he gets when he sees the safe, it is great. Overall, love this cast. I cannot wait for people to find their own favorite character, because again, I think everyone will have someone for everyone, and you're gonna be like, I just love this crew. So Walking Dead is still on TV, but it's kind of dying out. George Romero has created zombies, brought them back, and then 28 days later came and made them a whole new thing. So yeah, this is a genre that I don't personally love, and I think a lot of people are kind of tired of. But the way Zack Snyder reinvents zombies, the slight mythos he adds to them that they could be possibly not from this earth, wow, that's some George Romero stuff there that he was hinting at in the original Night of the Living Dead. So that's really, really cool. Love that little Easter egg there. But in general, these zombies are so interesting. There's like a hierarchy to them. We have the Shamblers, who are these kind of just typical zombies you think of. And then we have the Alphas, these weird, smart, kind of tactical, kind of can move around, can plan, can organize. They're awesome. And there's a king and queen of them, those two characters. I love the ensemble, but I cannot leave out the king and queen zombies because they make a big part of this. Well, we even have a zombie tiger named Valentine, who is in this movie multiple times and has a pretty great kill in this that I was just like, yes, Valentine, you eat them up. Yes, I just overall really love the zombies here. Again, not my favorite genre. I can live without seeing zombies ever again, but if Zack Snyder's gonna do them, I'm gonna be interested in them. I haven't seen zombies in a while that I've enjoyed. I think Train to Busan was the last time I've seen a zombie property that I was just like, thank you, you're adding something new to this. So now it's, to me, it's like what they, Night of the Living Dead will go to Return of the Living Dead. I love 28 Days Later, Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. You know, now we're getting into a new era, and I like them, and I think this is going to be the definitive zombies of this new generation. Zack Snyder possibly has the best American zombie movie in quite some time. I would say the best zombie movie, but Train to Busan is like less than 10 years old and still one of the best films to ever come out. So yes, I will say the best American zombie movie. I think it might be Army of the Dead, at least in the newer generation. Nothing to take away from the original Dawn of the Dead, even Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. It's pretty great, but when I look at this is 2021 zombies. This is what we need. There's a slight pandemic era kind of vibe to the film. There's a lot of stuff to say with politics, with society, with how we deal with our own interpersonal drama. There's a lot to say in Army of the Dead, and I am so happy I saw it. I'm so happy I enjoyed it, and I cannot wait for you to see it. This is going to be a big deal. I think this is zombie mayhem at its very best. All right, everyone, what do you think of this review? What do you think of this movie? Let me know down in the comments below. Subscribe to Flickering Myth because we make videos like this every single week, and give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy. All right, everyone, let's talk about Army of the Dead down below.